this video is gonna take a beginner who's never touched a barbell through how to do a back squat. We're gonna go through all kinds of cues and points and even how to set up your rack and everything like that. So what we're gonna start with, okay, this is Tene.
Actual beginner.
Is we're gonna start with this. And we're not gonna do anything here yet because it won't make sense without the barbell. But if you're gonna take this essentially and you're gonna put it on where your shoulder blades kind of make a little shelf. What's gonna help to make that shelf is to take your elbows back. Yes, you have the range. And so you're holding onto it, you're taking your elbows back. So start there. Yeah, and what we don't want to do is put it in the crease of the neck. And so maybe like right there is good. And everybody's gonna look a little bit different, but yeah, and does that feel okay here? You may get a little sore in the shoulders the first couple times. And then you're gonna take your feet a little bit wider than hip distance. Yeah, a little bit narrower than that, I would say, probably. Slightly turned out, but not crazy. And then I want you to pay attention to, this is called a tripod foot. So your big toe, your pinky toe, and your heel. Okay. Distribute your weight kind of evenly through those 3 points. Okay. That is where your weight's gonna be throughout the entire movement, all the way down, all the way up, okay? So a little bit of a core brace, and then you're gonna sit into that squat, knees go forward, butt goes down. Find that tripod foot and push up. Yep, and you did this perfectly, but as you go down, I'm gonna just explain this. As you go down, we're really driving those elbows back, making sure that they don't fall down. Okay. Keeping that little shelf. Yeah. Keep going for a couple more reps, and then I might give you a couple cues. Yeah, we're trying to keep this ribs and pelvis somewhat pretty connected without like tucking the butt under, right? So we're trying to maintain neutral spine and a good amount of core tension. Yeah. I like the cues of breathing in as you go down. Think of spreading the sit bones as you breathe in. So good. Breathe out, kind of zip up through the core as you stand. And you'll notice that Tene is not pushing her hips forward as she comes up and stacks. You're just simply stacking ribs over pelvis, pelvis over arches of the feet. Now we're going to talk about setting up the rack. We want these are called J hooks. Usually they'll come out, you go to the side and then pull the little pin out. Then you're gonna put the little pin in and twist it down. So what we want is you come over here, or well, you can stay there. Okay. What we want is for this part to be lower than the top of the shoulder. And err on the side of too low versus too high, and you'll see why. I think for you, we can go up 1. Yeah, I like that. Because what you want to be able to, what you want to need to do is to get under the bar, and you're kind of in a squat, and then you just stand, and then you're able to clear this. We don't want to ever like bump into this, right? So for taking it off and for putting it back on, we want to clear that when you're standing up straight. Okay. So then we will take the barbell, and you can always start with a smaller barbell if you're a beginner and you don't have anyone with you, especially. And then I'm gonna show you, and then we'll walk you through it. Okay? So right here, we get under there. I'm gonna really push my back up into it. So I already have a little tension here, tension from the elbows, and that can go along with a little bit of like a squeeze of the shoulder blades. So you get good kind of full body tension. I'm going to take my feet about hip distance apart. I'm going to brace my core in order to stand. Take 1, 2 steps back. So 1 step for each foot. That'll mean that you're far enough away from the machine or from the rack. So again, tripod foot. I'm going to come down. I'm trying to kind of push my knees out. My elbows go back. And then I push the floor away, stand up and stack. In order to re-rack the bar, I step forward, I walk until I hit, then I come down. What you'll see a ton of, and what you'll want to do, is tempting to do, is to be like, and then you're kind of like all over the place. This all becomes, so I walk, hit the thing, come down. Once you hit it, you can look at where you are, but if you're like this, when those loads get super heavy, that's when all this stuff matters a ton. So it's good to get in those habits. So go ahead and come under the bar. Yeah, you might be up, go up.
Not yet.
No, come down. So this is a fine place to put the bar. There's like a couple ways to do this. Some people will go lower, it's a little bit different. I like a little bit higher, like right here.
Right here.
But wherever you feel like there's like a natural kind of shelf, right?
Okay.
Okay, good. Elbows drive back. So head kind of in line with your spine, like, yeah. And then stand up. Take 2 steps back. 1, 2. Good. Now, find your tripod foot.
Okay.
Feel a little bit, this is an extra cue, feel a little bit like you're screwing your feet outward into the floor. It's
Okay.
going to give you a little tension of the chain. Then, I like to set up now by taking a big inhale, expand everything. Exhale, pull everything to hug the spine, find your core tension. Good. Now on your next inhale, you're going to sit down into an imaginary chair. Keep the tripod foot. Exhale, stand. Good. I am right here, so I'm right underneath the bar, so if you need help, you just say need help. And you're doing a great job of keeping this connection, because what you might see if somebody is not, is that you're like really tilting forward. There's a huge curve, like a bigger curve in the spine. So this looks good. Elbows dragging back, shoulder blades squeezing. Good, you want to do one more?
Yes.
And push up. Now, all you gotta do is walk forward till you feel that